fight in South Philly. The World Seniors, the Fall Classic is in South Philadelphia. What a scene this is. We're
through this receiver embedded in their caps. Now,
series on Fox presented by Alex Bregman, who's been their top hitter this postseason. Kyle Tucker bats fifth.
Showed that his heartbeat is slow. Now, whether or not he has
his
his
hitting three with Altuve, Pena, and Alvarez at the start of the postseason.
hosted a World Series game in 2009. He certainly can slug against left-handers.
It's been 4,743. He swings Steano, scrapes it off of the deck.
Game earlier in the postseason, and he started
going on one pitch, and now Jeremy Payne. Little test, Bryson Scott, and two nice plays.
a couple pitches. Well, the first two and 2 outs. There is
That's the star of the show.
yeah. Point. McCullers has to throw him fastballs. Loud noise.
You mentioned at some point he's got to throw him a fastball. He does this to Harper. It's good. Lightning strikes. 2-0 Phils.
You can just tell sometimes a great hitter is going to take a whip, but he sat all over that breaking ball.
Castellanos has had his hands full with McCullers on paper. And that ends the first. This play. Alec Bohm starts the second. Over Alvarez and gone! Bohm's first career postseason home run is the 1,000th. It's like helped. Same exact thing Harper did. Ball one on stop.
In this game much longer.
Stop fouls.
The more they see it, the better they can recognize that spin.
This, the Philly. Ball one and down to.
Went up there. What were you looking for?
I see he's been throwing a lot of sand.
Though. 2-1 out Colors. Marsh hits a fly to the wall. He can't get it. It's off the top. Let's see. Now it's got to clear the.
Another hanging breaking ball to establish that fastball is coming back to haunt.
For Brandon Marsh, it'll be his Citizens Bank Park. They've now hit 15 home runs.
Wizard of Oz in their clubhouse.
Ball on the field is confirmed. It's a home run.
It's one of the most impressive stretches, trends. But it's another thing to come out.
And it snowballs.
Within a blink of an eye, it's 2-0, and then it didn't.
Action in the pen. That's Hunter Brown.
And again, I mentioned the high slider, but he's getting under.
On a 2-2 pitch, Kyle Schwarber fouls it off. The pitching coach of the Astros, Josh Miller. 2 in the first, 2 in the second, all off home runs.
And give him a chance to work in and out.
For the Astros in the third, Martin Maldonado is ahead 3-0. The catcher trying to set the table for Altuve and company. On this 3-1, Maldonado takes strike 2.
You don't think the hitter's swinging, so you can kind of throw it right down the middle with no.
Go to 3-2. And now strike 3. And by Indeed, we help people get jobs.
And he painted the corner of his pitching. He loves glove side coming.
Here's his 1-0 to Altuve. That's a strike and it's 1-1. I mean, it
goes.
You're not going to be affected by that pitch clock. Hits one in, buddy. To Suarez. Altuve has it. 2 out. How he is.
Well, I don't want, but this guy will glove.
2 up, 2 down. Jeremy Pena takes the ball. Pride in the way that he feels. Good swing and a miss here, and it's one. Don't tell my minor league management. Bohm sticks with it and completes a 1-2-3. Last half of the third. That means Bryce Harper. Season and at times carried these Phillies. Hoskins leads off and takes a strike. They wouldn't have even qualified without that, and they wouldn't have won enough. There's no Phillies in the World Series.
Thompson, though.
Good pitch there from McCullers. A changeup. Skechers footwear, stylish comfort for men, women, and kids. Girardi was let go. Rob Thompson, longest postseason drought of any team in the National League. Did not look this, and the quiet confidence has brewed from it. One to Real Muto.
Well, a lot of teams make good moves. Really, the level of
another strikeout and a change. 2 out.
These things show up.
For Bryce Harper in this postseason, he had been to the turned 30 between the division series and the champ.
Goes to work. Right? I mean, he has pitch, and that kind of baits the pitcher into things that.
On a 1-1 pitch, Jose Altuve waiting in short right field, and Lance all exclusive on Fox. So the action beginning in March.
With the reserve judgment here.
That's right. Yeah, I wonder what you're going to be scouting. Strike one on your deck. 0-2. Game in the postseason. Roxon fires 0-2, and this is inside. Lately, and that is pitching out of the bullpen. And he said, "Look, the only difference about it
to get him without issues, and want to put these Astro hitters away as soon as you can."
3-2. And this is to the ball. It's so good there that by the end of June, he was their close in baseball. A strike on Alex Bregman. And so 0-2 on Bregman.
Been getting ahead of the Astros early and
1-2. 2-2. Kind of a first. Race to the bag, and Suarez finally gets there. There are only 5 players left over.
By proving that they're a great team, and they've gotten to prevent that.
A strike on Kyle Tucker. Yeah, Lance, but we knew if we kept winning, he'd elect us. Marsh, dead sprint, gets there. Back hits in the second. And the offense. Back here in Philadelphia, Nick Castellanos coming to the plate, supporting those in his community. Him and his wife Courtney do so much. The 4th is 1-0 to Castellanos. Gets a swing and a miss.
The McCullers are bonus innings for Dusty Baker. Gets close, or in the following games after this if they don't.
And one thing we've not talked about yet, John, is a great equalizer for the biggest gap in this series, which is
had an advantage.
Off of the mound to Jeremy Pena.
But guess what? That advantage ability at home to become this super team and World Series champs because they haven't lost at home.
Run in the postseason. Part of you go back to April 11th and he made throwing errors to center field. And an easy play for Chas McCormick. Said, saying, "I hate this place." Said, "Look, I said it. Do I mean it? No, I got a strike on Bryson Stott. That's something." Gurriel to end the inning. Back after donate another $5 so far this postseason. There've been 80 in relief. Yuli Gurriel to start the 5th.
November 1st.
Happy birthday, Rachel. Strike one on field hit. Nothing. The knuckles to Gene Segura. And the first game of the post-7 score. And so it's a veteran bunt. One gone in the 5th. Here's David Hensley.
Curveball.
Ahead 0-2 again.
They haven't exactly been rockets. So
got him. Slow it.
There's a lot of guys in the Houston Astros baseball, but it effectively works because it has the
little package. Fastball for a strike on McCormick. But with a good arm, they said let's give it a 4 2/3 scoreless innings. 0-2 on check.
Pen up. It's a different game, and they're going to hold it.
1-2. Changeup taken. Available. Potentially game 7. Pitch is fouled.
But I'm out of the game, and he will. The other team's going to back out.
Full count. Numbers for hitters are that of a all-star. The 3-2 comes home and misses for ball 4. His first. Phil's in front 4-0, and Ranger Suarez 4 2/3. No runs against him.
This first pitch, if it's in the zone, I would look for him to try and Harper had. You got to get your pitch. You can't just swing at it.
No.
For Ranger Suarez, and boy would he love to finish off 5.
And boy,
Some bullies ready down in the fires. Maldonado cracks one of these with 2 gone here in the 5th.
It looks to me like right 2 outs better if you're a pitch made in the inning, and the difference is they've got Altuve come down. Yeah, now you can make the case that you would bring it.
All right, so a key decision in this game right here. Rangers got a chance to change this game. Seeing Ranger Suarez for 2 on, 2 out. Altuve bangs back on ball 1. He's a 3-time batting champ. And Rhys Hoskins has it. Ranger Suarez reward. 5 scoreless innings for Ranger Suarez. Got some support from
the zone, and he got some big outs with 2 outs to
struck out his first time. And fouls off the first pitch here.
If the pitch is in the location and it's not the one that you a knuckle curve that rolled in the zone on for those hits.
Softly, Bregman's got to hurry and does. What do you mean?
Because if you come out of if you start the game and it's boom, 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 or certainly there for hitters. They're always looking for different
series. Game 7 in 2017. 5 years
to see what's different.
For 2.
But see, that's a perfect example. He hit a homer off of a breaking ball, and he hung a changeup right. Thrown enough of them with confidence to get these Phillies hitters off the offside.
That makes it tough,
doesn't it? It is tough.
He faces one. Changeup. Strike. Game for a home run. In the 4th. Back-to-back changeups.
When it's really, really good, you could almost.
But you make 30 starts to.
Or a changeup. Let's just say you can eliminate a changeup to have given away pitches.
Track is at the wall. Gone! Wow!
Well, that one right there is another changeup that looks like the hitters are not fooling. Good visit here to the mound, but thing on Lance McCullers one way or another.
And Hoskins. Strike 1.
I mean, I've told this how they were getting it.
1-2 on Hoskins.
And sometimes it doesn't even happen. But if you're paranoid and thinking it up, it becomes a glaring thing to the other side when they're at the plate.
Hoskins field! Wow! An explosion! His 6th of the postseason. A dream for the Phils. Here and a memory for him. 7-0, bottom of the.
We feel with the talent that we have and the depth.
Schwarber and Hoskins back-to-back. Homers 4 and
relievers that are going to be used now. Alvarado.
It's amazing that when the 7 runs. Ball 2 strikes on Real Muto. Good pitch. 2 out. Park in this postseason. 6 upper hit the first of the 5. A 2-run shot in the first. Oh, 2. Halloween humor lingering. Party going here. Swing and a miss. Stanek strikes out. The history of the World Series. And there's still a few. 5 home runs from 5 different players. 2, 3, and 4 for the Astros. Jeremy Pena pops up a buck. Tired 13 of the 14 hitters since.
Yeah, he's done a great job and just tremendous deception. And he's been.
Crowds at foul. It's 0-2. Rawlings Gold Glove Award winners. We got. That's a line drive to lead off the 6th.
I'll tell you who's playing Gold Glove shorts dynamics once they let Didi go.
That was Yordan Alvarez. Manos for the first out. And by Capital One. What's
for the usage of the bullpen for Philadelphia and Rob Thompson.
Strike by Bregman. Situation like this. Which is, let's pop up to 3rd and an easy play for Bond. 2 gone. Lefty on lefty. You've got a couple starters who are really good. A little bit of Eflin and Robertson. Not necessarily. 6th inning. Kyle Tucker takes a strike from Bregman.
In a World Series game.
Yeah.
That's
foul. Then we go down to Tommy.
One pitcher Won the World Series game. Who was born in Venice? Who taught him how to throw that sinker?
Years. This place on fire. 2. Fouled it off. Brogdon deals. Tucker down the left field line, foul. In place tomorrow night for the Astros. Another 1-2. Tucker stays alive again. 1 for 8 since. 1 tonight. Tucker goes down on a nasty change. The 2022 World Series on Fox. For the team split the 2 games in Houston. Nick Castellanos leads off and fouls off for Kitty's 14 games as a starter during the regular season. That's military members and their families at Major League stadiums around the country. Officer Jessica Wisniewski-Hagen.
To say the least, they have 15 hits. But they've just made
7 runs on a night where they haven't had a at-bat.
I'm going to say that's a record. We'll think that's going to break. I think it's a strong limb.
I think you're probably right.
Ball inside.
3-0 on Bohm.
By the 5th inning. 5 innings.
Keep adding qualifiers. This is what they've done all postseason. Right on their average at 7 runs. There's still 17 of them. Well, get your game on at MLBshop.com. Foley, which is just a collection of all the best prospects the teams run. And he was there really impressing a lot of people. Big league quality at bat already. Down. Well, Segura comes back, and Stott's average is sitting at 1, but we believe in him. And from that point forward, fouls it off. For more on the rookie
career at UNLV and in the Arizona Fall League, which you rep in the umps.
Stays alive here. This is what we've seen. Quick. This time he's down swinging. Gene Segura. And how about Gene, who played 11 and playing with as much wild pitch. 90 feet for both.
You saw it's hard to get to a
1-1.
The Phillies got the right guy at the plate to make contact.
Let's drive in a couple. He chases 1-2. Hold on for a second. Yeah, it's hit so high, so you got to wait even longer before you get the answer. It is going right for the Phillies when 9 hitters, 2 for 2.
Marsh 2 for 2. We saw
started on. Now drifts back. Just shy of the track. One frog's rolling. This is Kyle.
This luxury. This late into the game, and differently now.
No big deal for Brandon Marsh. One away in this.
You lose by 10, you lose by 8. Your strategy's Thompson, in my opinion. On the road, trying to steal down 2-0 because of what happened in game 2. But those things have
really good all year. Yeah, the bullpen has rounded into shape, and we even feel.
Now there will be some conversation through tonight at those kind of pitches. If a pitcher's on his game, you could run into this kind of game, and you're all together in the, I don't know, last 21 to 20
slides they'd had late in seasons recently. Swing and a miss. Bruce Bunch. He gave us the keys.
Take the crowd out of the game, and they didn't have that. Didn't get many of them, but they hit the fastballs that were in the zone.
1-0 strikes on Chas McCormick. Sure. That's a base hit into center, and McCormick with a really nice 6 of his 9th anniversary. Jackie Robinson breaking Major League Baseball. Takes the ball. 2 free agent acquisitions from Houston, and then 2 who they drafted and developed. And for Alec Bohm and impact it. And they kept on bringing in these big. Two. Tomorrow, you got an unbeaten Eagles team, and they're not the biggest. He's in front of some big Phillies. Fletcher Cox. Justin Verlander's wife, Kate. 2-1 lead. Top of the order here. Jose curves hit down the line, foul. It's pretty awesome when they've been here, but they took it to another level tonight.
Best of 7. But because of that rain out, it flexibility, right? They're guaranteed to want to put this thing over here at home. And at the same pitches, whether or not they had. And the more you see that, the less deep.
Schwarber's got one of those on a 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. 1980 did it.
Yeah, that one caught my eye.
And it was not a horrible pitch.
Can eliminate a couple others.
On the 8th pitch, Schwarber swings and misses. One gone in this
is by itself different. This is one pitch. Keeper took it 443 feet, and then a kind of the bad angle of what you're launching in.
Postseason game. McCullers the first to get way up there, but got under it. And McCormick's got a
Philadelphia who has an opportunity to atone for team, and then you face them again versus not having success. You're dominating. So look for Nola to make some adjustments on what he's pitching and how he's pitching.
Fouled by Rio Muto. He gave him his guy's really good.
Yeah, their whole staff, really impressive staff. The West and the American League had some different right time. Played in a tough division.
That does it for the Police Athletic League, an organization that enriches the land. In game 3 tonight, 2 in the first, 2 in the 5 as well. Nick Nelson comes on for his post the series. Fastball slider.
Outside.
And changeup's about the same.
After Altuve got 3 hits in the series here. They did after game 1. After cruising through the 2-1.
In these situations, the pressure reverts back to you. And has put a lot of pressure on them. Out the narratives, because after game 1 it was like, oh, Philly, a lot of confidence.
Yeah, remember open game 2,
and really teams that
takes his time, throws it out. Fine. You said, John, today that
even when the Chicago Cubs came back down 3 games to
103 games during the regular season.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, these 6 games. Phillies won 87. You got to go back to the 19th season. I mean, this group of players for this year. And who's the manager after 1-2 to Pena? Is down and away. Happen wins just when you look at the 2 divisions.
Yep.
Phillies, you play 19 games against teams in your division. Well, you did through this. 3-2 to Jeremy Pena is outside. And a $5,000 to Team Rubicon's Hurricane Recovery efforts. Hit this postseason, 5 of them tonight.
Tomorrow. Obviously, Nola wants to rock. The difference is Philly won one of the games that Philly set the tone with, almost saying
his first hit of the game. Astros going to have to get him going. He's now few,
but Alvarez is a
on 2-1. He takes inside ball 3. This one winds out. Pointing forward. On its way down to Brandon Marsh, who's caught. And now a quick word from DraftKings. Bregman's 0 for 3.
All up.
1-0. Series. Swings and misses at a fastball. 7th in the batting order. He's quietly dealing with a wrist injury. He's healthy. He's one of the top hitters in baseball.
Yeah, and this used or so out of the bottom of your
Tuve, Pena, Alvarez. Pitch. Bregman takes it high. Bob Thompson sat him down. Let Suarez go after him. Towards the foul pole and just wide of the pole end.
You would throw the most pins, or
well, that's where it's ball 4. On Fox, it's been a major part of the Fox family since its inception. Nick Nelson is throwing 28 pitches, still looking for that. Gave up a run in relief in the division series.
Relief appearance.
This 1-0 pitch. Back. On to the track, he's got it. 5 home runs for the Phillies. Rosenthal, Tom Verducci back here in Philly. And Harper fouls it off. That was all before he could see Doctor. And he goes through the legs and he says, son, I have no idea. And again, this guy had been on the cover of Sports Illustrated and was pick really took off because he could see. One way up in the sky. Comes down to Alex Bregman for the first out. Part of the deal, if I'm being honest, was to be locked in every single pitch.
It's just now you're hyper-focused to the nth. Your chances, you're not going to do that in the postseason. You're going to think differently. You're going to that you wouldn't this time of the year. And all of it comes faster at you when
Castellanos down swinging. In World Series history, it was the first one of his fans. I know nobody wanted to see that.
Yeah.
It's a ball on ball. Home run for Jimmy Sebring in the first World Series.
Do we know the exit velocity?
Fly to the right field corner. Tucker in tight quarters make. Nothing but cheers from these Phillies fans tonight. John, if I had told you that starts in the World Series, and I told Philly
3 games, right?
But then it was 16 2/3. It's on a night where they didn't have to use
Close to getting hot, which means he was firing his bullets to get ready.
give him a shot to find something. Looking for his first. Yes.
Yeah, that's a tough thing for a manager. Statistically, it's not showing up to where you're.
The biggest problem on a team full of them. Ball 3. He always preached because Rob was in New York for a long time when he took over. For Vealing, near the line, he's got it. He's got 10 games above 500. Well, they got to 12 and were world champs from winning it all. What an honor. They've got one of their studs going tomorrow.
Because they knew that they won that nothing. That says a lot about your team.
Game 1. Tonight, each part of the story is a fan base in the city is ever going to be pitch.
Well, Philly answered the call tomorrow to continue that streak.
McCormick couldn't lay off, and the count goes for.
I don't even know why they have seats in the stadium.
Spoils that one foul.
And again, it's over that as a team that if you lost on a walk-off or lost by 1 and 8 runs, so psychologically it's
that's it. 5 home runs, 7-0, and they lead the series.
And they know, one at a time, we'll fight, and we'll be there tomorrow night.
That's